Hey everyone, it's Akudinobi Lawrence here and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to give you a quick overview of some important chart analysis for the upcoming week. We've gathered valuable information that we believe will be interesting and informative for you. If you find our content helpful, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and colleagues. Your support means a lot to us and help us continue creating valuable content. Don't forget to follow us on our various social media platforms. Join our Telegram group where we share daily trading signals and provide opportunities for you to connect with fellow traders. We also have an awesome Instagram page with great content that we're sure you will enjoy. Now, let's not waste any more time. Without further ado, let's dive into the video and explore some essential chart analysis for the upcoming week. Alright, so guys, the first pair that I'll be analyzing for this week is US30. And to be frank with you guys, most of the pairs that I'll be analyzing today are majorly requested from our members on the community. All right, and then if you notice, US30 has been on an uptrend market. We have a low at this bottom here on the US30 market, and then this is the high. So this is the low of the month, because I'm currently on the monthly time frame. As you can see, this is the low of the month, and then this is the high of the month. And if you notice, we had this low that price actually created, and then we had price hitting this resistance channel that we had here, and then we had this price coming back to what, to create a low, and then hitting, if you notice this week, taking out stop losses of orders of traders around this zone, and then we had price creating a new high, so which this high surpasses this previous high that has been created, which means the market is actually trending on a bullish market. All right, and then we had this low that was created there. We had a break of this high that was created initially, and then we had a new high that formed, and then we had price coming back to retest this zone that we had here. So this is a critical zone on US30 on the monthly time frame. All right, and then we had this sort of bullish engulfing candle. That kickstart this sort of bullish trend on the US30 market. So what are we going to be expecting? Are we going to be expecting price to continue to go up? Are we going to be looking forward to price continue to go bearish on US30? But majorly the price on US30 has been bullish. So literally what we'll be expecting price to literally create a new high here, and then come down here to further retest this zone, and then probably continue to go bullish. So that is what based on this analysis, that is what we should be looking forward to. But before we make any decision, let's go down to the weekly time frame, because I would like us to do some top-down analysis on this pair before we make any decision in terms of if we're going to be buying or we're going to be selling, all right, for this coming week. So on the weekly time frame, let's see, so that we could see this chart way better. All right, so this is the weekly time frame on the US30 market. You'll be able to see this a bit clearly, right? And then if you notice what we had here, so just like I explained, price has been on the bullish market, all right? And then this is a critical zone that we had here on the US30 market, all right? Because price came back to retest this support zone, which is also the resistance zone as well. And then we had some sort of like a W pattern that sort of formed here. So this is a W pattern actually was formed here on the US30 market, and then we had price going back up, and then we had price sort of came back to retest this other block. So this is literally a critical zone also for the US30 market. And if you notice, price has actually been on a bullish ride since then on the US30 market. So we should sort of be expecting price to make a break of this zone and then pull back to this resistance channel, and then probably maybe come back to this support channel, right, and then continue its bullish ride. So that is what we sort of should be expecting from the US30 market for this upcoming week, guys. So that is what we should be looking forward to in terms of price movement on the US30 market for this upcoming week, guys. All right, so let's go down to the daily time frame. Let's see if we could spot some critical zones for us to actually place our entry. But what I'll be looking for, just like I explained to you guys, I would only be looking for bullish opportunities on the US30 market. All right, I would only be looking for bullish opportunities. So this is the high that we had here on US30, the all-time high on US30 market. And then if you notice, price formed this W that we actually had there that I constructed for you guys, and then we had price came back down to sort of retest this very zone that we had here on the daily time frame on the US30 market. And since then, price has actually been moving on an uptrend direction. And then this movement, this bullish candle that you saw here is actually the impact of the NFA news on Friday. And then I'm sort of expecting price to continue to go bullish on the US30 market. All right, guys. So I'm expecting price to actually go bullish. So what I'll be expecting price to actually do on the US30 market for this upcoming week, I should be expecting to see some sort of movement. I should be expecting to see some sort of movement of this sort. I should be expecting price to break out of this resistance zone and further probably come down here, retest this zone again, make some sort of movement like this, go back up, break out of this zone, come back down again to sort of retest this zone, and then we should be expecting some further bullish ride here on the US30 market. So that is what I'll be expecting this coming week on the US30 market, guys. So moving forward, I'll be analyzing GBP AUD, and this pair actually came requested as well on GBP AUD, and one of my students actually posted, one of our students on the iThrive FX community, that on the completed masterclass courses that we just rounded up, one of our students actually brought this pair to my attention, and that is the main and the major reason why I would want us to sort of analyze this pair for this week. And guys, and let's go down to the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, you would notice something. You would notice that this is the all-time high right here on the US30 market, all right? And then price majorly has been on a sort of a bearish direction. So price has majorly been on a bearish direction, that is on the US30 on the GBP AUD pair. And then if you notice, we're having some sort of an head and shoulder pattern on the monthly time frame on the US30 market. So this is what we call the head, the chart pattern, right? This is what we call the head, and then this is more like a left shoulder, and this is a right shoulder forming right now on the US30 market, all right? And then we could actually call this zone, right? We could call this zone the neckline, all right? So which signifies that the price on GBP AUD is sort of bearish, right, guys? So this sort of signifies that the price on US30 is sort of bearish. So this is the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we could be able to further spot this, that price on US30 has sort of been bearish, because we had a test here, we had another test of this zone here, right? So we had another test of this zone where we had a fourth bounce, we had another bounce here, and then we had a third bounce here, right here, and then we had another bounce currently forming here on this particular pair, right? So which means we should sort of be expecting to see some further bearish direction on the US30 market, all right? And then let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see if we could spot something. And then on the daily time frame on US30, no, let's go to the weekly. There's something I need to point out to you guys on the weekly time frame. And then on the weekly time frame, if you notice, we had a couple of bounces of this support resistance zone rather. We had the first bounce here, we had the second bounce here, and then we're currently having a third bounce here, and this is more like a pin bar that is currently forming here on the weekly time frame on US30. So that is the pin bar. So which means sellers are actually coming into the picture of this pair. So for this coming week, we should be expecting to see some further bearish outplay on the GBP AUD pair for this coming week. All right, guys. And then if I'm looking for those who love to swing, if I'm looking at potential zones to place to take profit, I should be looking at this zone as a point of interest. This very zone again also as a point of interest, and lastly this zone as a point of interest. So I should be looking at taking my position once market opens, a bearish position once market opens. But first, you need to be able to understand what are my confluences, confluences before you actually up into this trade. If you trade based on support and resistance, if you trade based on chart patterns, if you trade based on candlestick patterns, if you trade based on indicators to give you a clear directive in terms of if the trade is going to go bearish or it's going to go bullish, all right? Because but for me, for this coming week, I should be looking forward. I should be expecting to see some further bearish outplay on GBP AUD, guys. I should be expecting to see some further bearish outplay on GBP AUD, and then on the daily time frame, if you notice, we have this sort of double top that actually occurred here, and we call this the M pattern, and then this is an extended M pattern, guys. This is an extended M pattern, okay? So which means we should be expecting to see some further bearish momentum on what, on GBP AUD. So this is another area of interest if you're looking to what, to take your position in terms of your profit target. All right, so if I'm looking to what, to go short on this pair, I should be looking at, once market opens, I should be looking to what, to take a bearish position here on US30, on GBP AUD, and then probably place my stop loss above this high, and then I should be looking at what, at this as probably my first profit target, this as probably my second profit target, third profit target could be here, and then your fourth profit target could be here, guys. So we should be expecting to see a long-term bullish bearish drop on GBP AUD, guys. This is an important chart that I and my team would sort of be keeping a close eye on for this coming week. And if you notice, we're currently seeing price sort of bouncing off this this channel. We had the first bounce here, we had another bounce here, and then we had the third bounce here on this zone. So this is actually also crucial for us to actually see. So we could sort of see price come back down to what, to this low on the GBP AUD pair, on this to bounce off this this support zone. All right, because this is the first bounce here, second bounce here, and then this could majorly kind of be like a third bounce that could actually play out on the GBP AUD. So within that movement, this is actually what, over 884 pips on the daily time frame. All right, guys. So yeah, so that is that on the GBP AUD for this week, guys. All right, for this week, that should be what I would be looking for on GBP AUD for this week. So moving forward, I would like us to actually analyze GBP CAD, pounds CAD. So on the pounds CAD, we have interesting. All right, so guys, on the pounds CAD, let's go to the week monthly time frame. Let's see what price is actually telling us. All right, so on the monthly time frame, on GBP CAD, this is more like a low that we had here. All right, and then we had this sort of pin bar that actually occurred here, that actually caused this bullish bullish reversal on what it's called on GBP CAD. All right, but majorly when you look at the outplay on GBP CAD, it's been bearish. Most pounds pair has majorly been bearish. That is, when you look at the bigger time frame. All right, when you look at the bigger time frame, you would notice that most of the pounds pair has majorly been bearish. All right, so this is and if you notice, pound price has actually been creating series of lows. It's been creating series of lows, and then we had this rejection around this zone that caused this sort of bullish movement here on GBP CAD. And then yeah, so let's go down to the monthly time frame, because there is something that actually played out on GBP CAD on so far this week. I think GBP CAD has majorly been on downtrend and trajectory so far this week. Has been on a downtrend and movement so far this week. And then let's see. On the weekly time frame, I'm not seeing much information on the weekly time frame. I'm not seeing much information on the weekly time frame that is on GBP CAD. All right, I'm not seeing much information on the weekly time frame on GBP CAD. So because we had this sort of bearish consolidation that we actually had here, and then we had this impulse move, and then we had this what's it called, this rally on price, and then we had this sort of consolidation as well, and then we had price go down here to take out stop losses around this low, and then before we started seeing price continue to go sort of bullish on GBP CAD. That is on the weekly time frame. But let's go down to the daily time frame. Let's see if we could see some important entry criteria here on the daily time frame. And I'm looking at these. I'm seeing this high that we sort of have here on GBP CAD, and then also I'm looking at this also as a break. Because price has majorly been bouncing off this zone. We had price bounce off this zone from here, bounce off this resistance, the support zone rather, and then we had a breakout around this zone, and then this is an important resistance zone. And then if you notice here, let me zoom in more for you guys. This is an important candlestick pattern that is currently playing out on GBP card. So this is what we call the evening star. So this is the evening star pattern. We had the bullish candle, we had a little slight doji candle, indecision candle, and then we had a bearish candle, and this is more like a confirmation for us actually what sort of go bearish on GBP card. So for this week, I should be looking to go bearish on GBP card based on what I just shared with you guys, and majorly because the trend has majorly been bearish, all right? Because the trend has majorly been bearish, but I'm not going to ignore this pin bar that we saw here, right? But on a daily time frame, I'm looking at more of a bearish trajectory. So we could potentially see price sort of come down towards to sort of retest this support zone before any further decision on this pair might actually be what we're taking. So let's go down to the daily time. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what price is actually telling us on the 4-hour time frame on GBP card. All right, and then also very important on the daily time, on the 4-hour time frame on GBP card, I'm actually seeing an head and shoulder. So I'm actually seeing an head and shoulder playing out on GBP card. So this is like the head. So this is the head of the head and shoulder pattern. So this is the head that we had here, and then here we had the left shoulder. So this is the left shoulder. So this is the left shoulder, and then here we're sort of having the right shoulder playing out here on GBP card. So this is also giving us a clear directive that price might actually continue to go bearish. And then if you notice, we had this sort of rising wedge. We had a sort of rising wedge on GBP card before we had this retest at this resistance zone, and then we had a breakout, an impulse move here on GBP card. And then if you notice, we are sort of having price breaking out of this support zone. So come next week, come this coming week, I should be looking to go bearish on GBP card, guys. I should be looking to go bearish on GBP card, and then my point of interest in terms of my profit target, I should be looking at this zone as a point of interest to take my profit, this zone as well, another major point of interest to take my profit, and then this zone, all right, and then potentially this zone as well. So this zone as well. So let's go down to the 1-hour time frame, and then let's look for potential entry opportunities. All right, let's look for potential entry opportunities on this trade. And if you notice on the 1-hour time frame, you notice this sort of movement on the GBP card, and then we had this impulse move. Yeah, we had this sort of the price just going on a sideways movement. This is the bullish wedge, and then we had bullish channel, and then we had a breakout here. So I think let's go to the 2 hours so we can be able to see this a bit better. All right, so guys, so I should be looking to sort of go bearish from here. I should be looking to sort of go bearish from here. So probably set my stop loss around this eye here. All right, around this eye. Once we have a full breakout of this zone, I should want to have a full breakout of this zone. All right, because we could see price. Let me take this out first. We could see price just sort of make a movement like this, go back up towards sort of retest this zone before making any impulse move down. All right, so that is another important aspect that we should sort of keep an eye on GBP card playing out for this week. So I should be expecting to go bearish from this zone, and then potentially this should be my first profit target, and then this should be my second profit target, third profit target, and then fourth profit target for this upcoming week. And yeah, so that is what I should be looking at the pounds card pair for this week. And then next on gold, I'm not going to spend too much time analyzing gold because gold has majorly been one of the pair that we actually analyze a lot on our weekly chart analysis, right? So gold has been a pair that we sort of analyze a lot on the weekly time frame. And then if you notice, this is an important area that price is currently sitting on gold. This is an important area that price is currently sitting at on gold. And then if you notice, we had this zone, very critical zone, and also we also had this zone, very critical zone as well, right? And then we had this impulse move, we had this correction down to this zone, we had this impulse move, and then we're currently having this correction back to this zone, all right? So which means we could start seeing on a long term, because the price on gold has been bullish, long term we could start seeing something of this sort, we could start seeing price continue to go bullish around this zone on gold. But this is the daily time frame. But on the 4-hour time frame, on the 4 hours time frame on gold, just like you guys, most of you guys already know, gold has been bearish, and we've sort of been going bearish. We're actually also bearish on gold, so I don't want to spend much time on gold for this week. And then this is part of the reason why we've been bearish on gold, and since then gold has actually been on a bearish movement, and over 1,000 pips thereabout in terms of this movement from here down to this zone. And then if you notice, price is actually coming back to sort of retest this support trend line on gold. And then also, if you notice something, price on gold came back to sort of retest this critical zone here on gold, because this is literally more like a critical zone here on gold. This is a critical zone here on gold, because gold has been sort of ranging within this zone. The price on gold has been ranging within this zone. So, and then this is more like a correction, and then we had this impulse move that actually created this second high before we had this rally. The price has actually what's been doing, and it's been dropping since then. And then this movement has been sort of the NFP movement from here down here was due to NFP non-farm payroll, right? So yeah, and yeah, so literally guys, I'm sort of price on gold has sort of it's not clear, if that's the word. It's not clear, because the truth of the matter is long term price on gold has been bullish, and that is something we can attest to. The price on gold has been bullish long term, because we're having bounces of this support channel, and then we could be looking at price come back down to this low and then make a move up, right? So that is something that could actually what happen. But if you see price break out of this support zone, right? Let me not use this. But if you see price break out of this support zone down here, just give me a moment, okay? So, but if you see price break out of this support zone down here, and then it sort of retest this support that has turned resistance here, then we could be looking for further bearish outplay on gold. All right, we should be looking for further bearish outplay on gold. But so far, I think right now we should be expecting to see price on gold come down to this low, right? Like sort of retest this resistance, this support channel. So once you have a retest of the support channel, then we could start looking for some informed decision for us to either go bearish or for us to either go bullish. Just like I said, if we have a bounce off this, zone this way, then we could be looking to go bullish. But if we continue to spot price break out of this support zone and sort of retest this zone, then traders, we could be looking for further bearish outplay on gold. All right, so that is that on gold. And then lastly, I'll be analyzing CAD JPY for this week. Guys. And this pair also came, it sort of came in demand, because one of our traders actually demanded for an analysis on CAD JPY, guys. And CAD JPY has been bullish. And then price on CAD JPY have been moving within this channel, all right? So price on CAD JPY has been moving within this channel. And then yeah, and then on the daily, on the 4 hours time frame, if you notice, this is a critical zone here. The price actually came to sort of retest. This is the critical zone here. The price came back to sort of retest here on the daily time frame, the 4 hour time frame, before we had this sort of a morning star that sort of occurred here, before we had this interesting rally up here. So for this upcoming week on CAD JPY, guys, I'm actually looking for bullish opportunities. I'll be looking to sort of go long up to this zone, and then probably price make sort of correction back down here, and then yeah, so and then we could see something like this continue to play out on CAD JPY for this coming week. So for CAD JPY for this coming week, I should be looking for some bit of bearish opportunity, bullish opportunity rather, on CAD JPY, because the trend has majorly been bullish. All right, and then if you notice here on the daily, we have this low that was created here that formed this sort of W pattern here on the daily time frame. All right, I formed the W pattern on the daily time frame, and then this is more like what we call the neckline of the W pattern. All right, and then we had a breakout here, we had a breakout here, and then since then the price on CAD JPY has been ranging. The price on CAD JPY has sort of been ranging within this zone. The sort of been ranging, created from this low here, bounce off this zone, came back here, bounce off this resistance zone, came back to the support zone, came back here, so it's been moving in this sort of direction. So I should be expecting to see price go back up here and then probably continue to see some further bullish outplay on CAD JPY. All right, guys. So so that is that on the weekly chart analysis for this week. So guys, and I'm going to call this video a wrap. We've come to the end of our weekly chart analysis. If you enjoyed the content and found it encouraging and informative, would like to ask for your support. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, sharing this with your friends and family. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment to let us know your thoughts and what you've learned. All right. We also invite you to join our Telegram community where you can engage with other traders and receive trading daily signals. You'll find the link to our Telegram group and our Instagram page in the video description below. Thank you for watching and being part of our journey. We appreciate your support and we look forward to bringing you more valuable content in the future. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.